host, Anthony Hartcher, your joyful journey mentor. The purpose of this podcast is to help you find more meaning, purpose, joy, and fulfillment in your life. And today we're going to be discussing awareness. Yes, this is part three of a three-part series on awareness. So if you haven't listened to the other two recordings, go to the previous two episodes and you'll hear what I shared on awareness. This one, I really wanted to dive into how we can create. Well, it's not really creating, is that we find more time. So in when we're fully aware, so we're deeply aware of what we're doing and we're fully present with what we're doing, it creates this sense of time slows, right? It's like, where did that time go? It just went. It was because you're deeply present. And this presence come about when we're doing something that we're truly engaged with. We just love doing it, and it's really important to us. And so when you're doing this activity, you'll feel this sense of complete presence. You'll be not aware of anything else around you other than what you're doing. You might have some level of awareness, but it'll be less, a lot less. And so in the previous episodes on awareness, I said by slowing down, so by not speeding up and doing more things, that we are able to take in more sensory information, and we're able to create a greater sense of awareness of what's going on around us. But we can also use this to really have a very narrow focus on something that's really important to us, and really deepen our work in that area, or deepen our expertise in that area, or deepen our performance in that area. The reason this podcast has come about for me is I was watching a film on the great people, or the great sports people, and it was on Fox, and it was just talking about the attributes to what they have, that what makes them so great. And one of that attributes is their ability to be present with what they're doing. And when they're so present with what they're doing, they see more opportunities. They are able to create time and space. So not really because they are so present, they're able to find more time and space. And it is because they're deeply engaged with what they're doing, and they're not stressed. So when we're stressed, we lose space and time. It disappears, and but we can really slow down this by being really present. And it's like everything's happening in slow motion when we're truly deeply present. And it sort of reminds me of that Matrix image of the guy dodging bullets, right? Because he can see them coming because he's so present. And so he's able to maneuver his body and dodge the bullets. And so that's what it's like when we're deeply present. We're able to see things coming. We're able to better react to things because we're so calm, relaxed, and we're deeply present with what we're doing. What I guess takes this away from us is when we allow ourselves to be distracted. And so when we've got notifications turned on in our phone, we're constantly distracted and we can't get deep and present with anything we're doing. So therefore, we always feel that we don't have enough time. And what it is that we're just losing a whole lot of time because of our shift of awareness is constantly shifting and moving. And so, therefore, we can't truly engage with something and can't truly be present. We're just everywhere and scattered. And that's what often clients say to me. They feel very scattered. Well, you can remove that scatteredness by really focusing on the things that are important to you and do more of that, because you don't want to be scattered when you're doing something that's important to you. You sort of like have those canceling earphones on, your very narrow focus glasses on, those blinker sort of glasses that doesn't allow you to see anything else other than what you're looking at, and hear nothing else but other than what you want to hear. And so we can truly narrow our sensory awareness or focus on that one specific task and really engage deeply with it and get the most out of that experience. And that's where we're most creative in that time. Like, so these athletes, because they were able to remain so present with what they were doing, they were able to find creative solutions to difficult or encountering, like, I guess, when they're being attacked by the other team, or that they're able to see ways to win over the point or whatever, because they're so present. They see more opportunities. When we're stressed, we see less opportunity, uh, and everything collapses. But when we're relaxed, we've got endless opportunities. And so this is what great athletes do. This is what great performers do, is that they're able to better react in the situation for the most efficient, most productive outcome. When we're stressed, we just go with what we know. We're unable to find any creativity because we just want to get out, or we just want something to happen. And this is what you'll see when sporting teams are chasing the scoreboard. They'll often make more mistakes. Whereas if you stay in a relaxed state, you'll make less mistakes, come up with more creative solutions, and you're more likely to win the game. And this is very much applicable to everyday life. The more you remain focused and present, the more opportunities you create, the more creativity you come up with, and you'll find the more resourceful pathway and be more efficient and more productive as a result of being calm, relaxed, and present. And so in order to do this, we really need to shut out distractions and things. Distractions are things that aren't important to you. And so you really want to hone in on the things that are most important to you, do them deeply, and say no to everything else. Create, I guess, your fortress around you, a bubble around you, so that you're not distracted. And so, putting your phone on silence, turning off notifications, just creating these boundaries so that you can be present with whatever you're doing. And it's like when you're with someone, with a friend, turn your phone off, or put it on silence, and put it away from you so you're not distracted by it, because then you can be totally present with them. And you find the conversation is so much more fulfilling when you're entirely present, because you pick up underlying meaning behind the words that are said. And that is through the space that's created between the gaps in the words. You're able to interpret more meaning around what they're saying. And we can have deeper presence in our relationships, which deepen the relationship because we get to know them better, because we hear the unspoken words. Whereas when we're distracted, we don't. We just hear the words, and we're not picking up the meaning behind the words. So, in essence, this is all about you staying present with what you're doing. The only way you'll stay present with what you're doing is by doing things that are important to you. When you're doing something that's not important to you, you'll look for distractions. You will pick up the phone. You will, lose concentration. It's like when you're talking to someone that you're not really engaged in the conversation with, you're looking for something, a distraction. You're looking around them. You're not looking at them. You're not really listening to them because you're not interested in what they're saying. So when we're having conversations around things that are of interest to us, we shut off what's around us, right? So it's really important that you really focus on the things that are important to you and do more of that, and you'll create more space and time in your life. You will have a more fulfilling life, and you won't feel scattered. You won't feel this whole thing of, I'm all the time distracted and I'm not really doing anything, and, I don't have enough time and I'm too busy. If you're saying those sort of things, well, then you're the person that needs to create these boundaries, create this bubble, and focus on the things that are most important to you. And you'll create more space and time. You'll be more present. You'll get more fulfillment because you'll be taking more efficient pathways, and you'll be more productive as a result of slowing down. And so we think we need to speed up in order to be productive. In actual fact, we need to slow down to find the creative pathways to be more resourceful. If we speed up, we just go with what we know, and that might not be the most efficient pathway. So I hope this was helpful in terms of creating more time and space by being more aware and focused on what you're doing that's really important to you. And you'll create this space and time. Create it. You'll find it, and you'll really, yeah, I guess, be engaged and deepen the work with whatever you're doing, and or deepen the relationship, or it's whatever you're doing in that moment. When you're fully present, you get the most out of it. You'll take away more memory. You'll be able to remember the content that you're reading when you're present. It's the same as when we're watching a show. We'll draw so much more from the show if we're fully engaged with it. When we're distracted, we miss parts. We and that we yeah. So it's really watching shows that are engaging for you. You'll be able to get more out of that show that you're watching. So if you're struggling with, this finding the focus or finding what's important to you, please reach out to me. I can help you prioritize your life based on what's most important to you and help you find more meaning and purpose in your life and create more space and time, more fulfillment and more happiness. Please reach out to me. The free session is available by just going to the show notes and clicking on the link and booking some time with me. And until next time, continue to discover more joy, purpose, meaning, and happiness in your life.